when I was a university student, I was active in some J-rock band as a keyboardist and composer. From that moment, I've been interested in makeup and started about it by myself. Also about making music, I've been interested in that and made some little songs, real music since childhood, and I started making songs or music for swing from the band activity. I'm always thinking about what is the truth. Basically, all of my ideas come from the experience of my teenager period or some philosophies of my own. Also, my dreams during I feel asleep can become the origin of the ideas, so I write to my notebook about them not to forget. Before I started this project, I imagined some visual images in my head and also made storyboard. In normal life of me, it's always happened that some images suddenly appear in my head, and I draw or write about them in a notebook, not to forget. I do all things by myself, so it's not so complicated to manage because I can give less trouble to someone, you know. The important things are how do I feel and thinking how do people feel in their brains. I value psychedelic visual and impressive, shocking sounds, but not words. I don't use any words in my work because if I could make impression by words, I can be a writer. I could be a writer, but I'm not a writer, so. I don't remember exact number, but I abandoned a lot of footage. Also, I mixed and metamorphosed so much footage to make my expression, and it took so long time in this project. Well, this title came from M.A.ism, the meaning of my ideology, but I felt that if I made a title to like M.A. something, it would offer stereotype meaning, and if it would be stereotype, it's not a thing, but it's not a thing that I want to do, so I metamorphosed this M.A.ism word and made the title such as seems to be so complicated or no meaning. This guy's maestro again. I can transform by my self makeup or something like inside myself. So yeah, so I call myself this guy's maestro, and I do this as a professional way, not only the film, but also in my photography works. When I was a student, I saw a film. The name is Tony Darko. This film gave a shock to me. Also, the films of David Cronenberg, David Lynch, David. Anyway, they have memorized me, especially in that visual. Not only films, but also a lot of art, music. experiences, yeah, they gave me influence. I don't know what will be happened in the future, but maybe the stance of my filmmaking won't change so much. Only changing is technology, and just depends I'll use it or not. But the basic stance and passion to make film, not only film but also photography, music, my makeup work, they never change. Wow, this is so difficult question because I love both. I don't be only behind or only in front of camera because I have passion for both, and doing both, doing all is my own style. So you know, I am what I am. So this is me. I can't choose.